Nature didn't hold back this week. On June 26, 2025, Austria was slammed by a brutal hailstorm that tore through multiple regions, leaving behind a trail of destruction. Giant hailstones, hurricane-force winds, torrential rain, and lightning all struck in a matter of hours, turning peaceful alpine towns into disaster zones. This wasn't just a thunderstorm, it was a textbook supercell outbreak, fueled by intense heat and a powerful incoming cold front. By the time the skies cleared, cars were crushed, train tracks mangled, and millions of euros in damage had been done, especially to Austria's crucial agricultural lands. Austria had been baking for days under a heat wave, with temperatures climbing past 35 degrees C, 95 degrees across large parts of the country. Fields were dry, the atmosphere was unstable, and humidity levels were surging. Meteorologists warned that something was coming, and they were right. By the late afternoon of June 26th, a cold front swept eastward from Switzerland and Bavaria, colliding with the hot, humid air sitting over central Austria. This explosive combination led to the rapid formation of supercell thunderstorms, the most powerful and dangerous type of storm system on Earth. Within minutes, skies turned black. Thunder rumbled across the Alps. And then, the ice began to fall. In Tyrol, especially across the Zillertal Valley, towns like Fügen, Veer, Pill, and Kitzbühel, residents were pounded by hailstones up to 5 centimeters, 2 inches in diameter. These weren't small pellets. They were dense, fast, and violent. "It sounded like gunfire on the roof," said a resident of Fügen. "Within seconds, our car windows shattered." Streets quickly filled with a thick, icy slush. In some areas, plows were brought in, not to clear snow, but to remove piles of hailstones that buried roads and parking lots. The storm was so intense that trees snapped, power lines fell, and visibility dropped to near zero. While Tyrol was being pounded with ice, things took a dangerous turn in Styria, Steiermark. Near Nestelbach by Graz, a passenger train operated by OBB struck a fallen tree and derailed. Dozens of passengers were on board when the collision occurred. Thankfully, no lives were lost, but several people were treated for injuries, and services on the line were immediately suspended. Emergency crews arrived quickly, battling through flooded roads and downed trees to evacuate those on board. This was just one of many incidents across the country caused by the storm's ferocity. In the Graz area alone, more than 1,100 households lost power due to broken transmission lines and lightning strikes. Across Lower Austria, Upper Austria, and Burgenland, fire departments received hundreds of emergency calls related to flooding, blocked roads, and damaged homes. In Schwaz and Weidhofen-Thaya, hail smashed windows and ripped open rooftops. In Loben and Vates, residents reported loud, roaring winds followed by crashing sounds as trees fell across roads and rail lines. Several small landslides were triggered in mountainous areas due to the heavy rain and melting hail accumulation. Authorities warned residents to stay indoors, secure windows, and avoid traveling at night unless absolutely necessary. Among the hardest hit were Austria's farmers. The Austrian Hail Insurance Association, Österreichische Hagelversicherung, estimated initial damage at $9 million, mainly in the agricultural regions of Lower Austria, Styria, and Burgenland. Massive fields of wheat, barley, corn, and fruit orchards were reduced to ruins in under an hour. Hailstones shredded young crops, knocked down grain stalks, and punctured irrigation systems. "Our barley was ready for harvest," said a farmer from Weidhofen. "Now it's just pulp." Greenhouses were also hit hard. Some completely collapsed under the weight of accumulated hail, despite being reinforced with storm-resistant panels. This event was a textbook example of what happens when extreme heat collides with an unstable air mass. Forecasters from ZMG, Austria's National Weather Service, confirmed the presence of multiple rotating supercells, with strong updrafts exceeding 100 km/h, 62 mph. These updrafts suspended hailstones high in the clouds, allowing them to grow larger and more dangerous before crashing to the ground. The worst-hit regions were Tyrol, hail up to 5 cm trees down, blocked highways; Styria, train derailment, blackouts, flooded streets; Lower Austria, crop damage, smashed greenhouses; Burgenland, active severe weather alerts into June 27th. And it's not over yet. As of the morning of June 27th, meteorologists warned that more storms are coming. Burgenland, Carinthia, Carinthia, and East Tyrol were all placed under severe thunderstorm alerts. The forecast includes hailstones potentially up to 8 cm, 3.1 inches, wind gusts exceeding 100 km/h, 62 plamp, flash floods with rain rates over 40 mm per hour. Residents are urged to move vehicles into garages or covered parking, secure outdoor furniture and windows. Use warning apps like UWZ and INCA for real-time updates. This wasn't just a typical summer thunderstorm. It was a destructive, multi-region disaster that Austria won't soon forget. The hailstorm of June 26-27, 2025 will likely go down as one of the worst severe weather outbreaks of the year, both in terms of damage and sheer intensity. From crushed crops and totaled cars to derailed trains and citywide blackouts, this was a reminder of how fast nature can turn violent, especially in an era of rising heat and climate extremes. Stay alert, stay prepared, because when the skies turn dark, anything can happen.